It's time for farmers to consider applying pre-emergence residual herbicides to their soybeans. According to Nebraska Extension weed management specialist Amit Jhala, pre-emergence residual herbicides can help reduce yield loss due to weed competition. We met with Amit at the UNL East Campus North Fields to learn more about why early season weed control in soybeans is important.
So basically there are two reasons why early season weed control in soybean is important. Number one is if you will see the number of herbicides labeled in as a pre-emergence in soybean, they are much better and more if you compare with effective post-emergence herbicides. And the second reason is we have at least 9 weeds are now resistant to at least one group of herbicide, and out of 9 we have 6 weeds they are resistant to glyphosate. And glyphosate is the most commonly used post-emergence herbicide in Roundup Ready soybean in Nebraska. And so if you will use only glyphosate, that will not provide effective control of at least these 6 weeds that are resistant to glyphosate. So right now our best option will be just to start with a good effective pre-emergence herbicide.
These 6 weed species in Nebraska that have now been confirmed resistant to glyphosate are common ragweed, common waterhemp, mare's tail, kochia, giant ragweed, and palmer amaranth. We further asked Amit what producers can do to control these glyphosate-resistant weeds.
Start with pre-emergence herbicide which has multiple effective site of action, and then depending on the field and depending on the weed species present, the growers can come back with a selective post-emergence herbicide that can provide effective control. But as I told you earlier, if it is glyphosate resistant weed are present in your field, then glyphosate only will not work, then some other herbicide alternative options has to be used.
According to Amit, pre-emergence herbicides are also needed in dicamba resistant soybeans.
So basically pre-emergence herbicides you can use, or you should use in my opinion, in any kind of soybean, whether it is Extend soybean or it is Liberty Link soybean or it is Roundup Ready soybean, or even in conventional soybean. You should start with pre-emergence herbicide with effective mode of action, and then depending on weed population you can choose to go for post-emergence herbicide when weeds are less than 5 inch tall.
If farmers decide to skip pre-emergence, they could face some level of yield penalty due to weed competition.
So in general, research conducted says like you have to keep your soybean out of weeds at least up to V4, V5 stage, and after that you can select some other herbicides. But if you do not control weeds early in the season up to V4, V5 stage, then there might be some level of yield penalty depending on how much is weed competition early in the season. But yeah, there will be some yield penalty depending on which type of weeds are present and how much is the competition early in the season. But yeah, that's why especially in soybean pre-emergence herbicides are foundation for weed control.